Well, thank you very much for joining us. It's such a pleasure to have one personality who has, over the years, understood what it means to use sports as a tool for development, has understood why we need to push the various sports and disciplines we have in the country, and has led by example by allowing his group of companies to support tennis, football, peace, football tournaments, and so much and so on. It's such a great opportunity to get to speak to the man and try to find out why he believes in all of these things and why he keeps going at it, even though we know we are in difficult times. Dr. Daniel McKorley is the Chief Executive Officer and founder of the Mcdan Group of companies. And there, you know, you've been hearing a lot, Mcdan tournament, Mcdan this, Mcdan that. It's all about pushing the sports, and it's a great opportunity to have to speak to Dr. Daniel McKorley. How are you doing? And thank you very much for your time.
I'm okay, thank you very much.
I know you're really, really busy. And so it's such a pleasure to have you sit down and have a chat with us.
Pleasure is mine.
Good. Before we start, I'd like you to tell me back the story we're having a chat about just before we came on. You know,
George Addo.
They're my fears.
Your fear.
I told you about a special fear. Well, I may not tell you what the fear is, but I've just been thinking, when you sit back and you look at all that has been happening from where you started, what goes through your mind?
Well, life had been very amazing, and I thank God for everything, and I feel humbled whenever I look at my life and I look at where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
I always feel grateful to God and very humble about life, and it helped me to push myself more. Yeah, life is all about pushing yourself to another mile. Yeah,
you're doing exactly that.
I hope I can do more.
Just a few thoughts that went through your mind before you had to jump into the marriage boat. You had to think about a few things?
You're pushing me, you know. You're pushing me. I was just telling you that before I got married, I was afraid to marry because of chop money.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't for anything. It's because of chop money.
Wow.
And I was really afraid because of my background and where I was coming from. Life was tough, and I saw it all. Yeah. Where men cannot give their wife chop money. A wife insult husband because of chop money. Wife, I mean, you can just imagine. So I was afraid to marry. I didn't want to get into that setting. But I promised myself that before I marry, I'll buy my wife a car.
Yeah, and you've done more.
Very happy. Yes.
Yes.
I mean, those them days it was quite tough.
Quite tough. Yeah. I know. But yeah, that's the story. And it's
but here we are. So don't be afraid for now.
Okay, you put that one on me, right? Okay.
Don't be afraid for now.
All right.
The world now is I can say that is easier than before.
Yeah. So there's hope.
There's always hope.
For the young ones coming. That's good. That's good. But how have you been managing then? 2020 has been a very, let me put the word right, a notorious year with all diseases and COVID and all of this. And we're just at the foot of it already. We're in November and December. How have you been managing on the other side?
Well, I mean, it's normal. I mean, it's been tough. Normal. It's a mix. Now with this COVID that had done a lot of damage. Yeah. At the same time, I've done a lot of good for those who see through impossible times to make things possible. So for me, it had been hot and cold. Yeah.
But you've managed to pull through and.
Yeah, managed to pull through, and we are still pulling through. Yeah. I mean, you can't sit.
Yeah. You must be very busy. I mean, I've just seen a little bit of it. You've got a group of companies and so many calls. How are you managing that side of life?
It's tough, you know. The difficult part of my growth had to do with human resource. Okay. And I feel every entrepreneur in this part of the world is suffering the same. It's difficult. It's difficult, and it's also difficult. I have a couple of good employees. But we are living in a society where you employ people and you still have to think for them. Proactiveness is being a thing of the past, and I'm still teaching.
Yeah.
I see myself as a mentor. I see myself as a teacher. So I always want to employ smart people. So I hardly employ people with big CVs, degrees. I employ based on your attitude.
Attitude, how smart you are.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah. I can imagine. Would you, I mean, I've just been thinking, anything gone wrong with the educational system, or generally students are not applying themselves when it comes
Well,
to
the world is changing.
Yeah.
The world is growing faster than we think. You know, it's taking us too much time to catch up with the world.
Yeah.
We feel we are catching up, but we have to use more of wisdom. We have to use more of attitude. We have to use more of character to catch up. Things are no more normal as we used to 5, 10, 15 years ago. No. Those days you have to think. A necessity makes you think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's difficult.
Let's talk about what you've been doing, because, well, all over the world, at least with the little seminars I've attended and courses I've attended, there's clearly a plan, and this is done intentionally by the developed world, to use sports as a tool for development. I'll leave the analysis and assessment of where the African governments are, including ours, for you guys to deal with. But let's talk about it, because I've looked through all that you have been doing, sponsoring competitions and all, and I'm interested to find out what the vision really is. Because you are sponsoring some sports in Ghana that seem like they've got like 15 years or 10 years to really get on their feet, if anything to go by. So what really is the vision? What is behind all of the Mcdan push?
If you ask me, anything I touch, I want to see the impact. If you see me doing something, it's all about impact. It's not about me. Anything that touches people's life, anything that creates difference in the society, anything that can move somebody into the next world, that is what I look out for. And it is really not about me. If you look at the things my foundation does, and you realize that it's very impactful.
Yeah. I
chose sports as one of my corporate social responsibility, because this is what touch many lives. We are doing tennis.
Yeah.
For the past 7 years, 8 years, we have been sponsoring tennis in constant basis. Consistency is...
Even in COVID, you're sponsoring tennis?
Even in COVID, rather, a lot of people don't know. But this is the time you need to stretch hands to those who are in need.
Yeah.
You don't need to keep your money in COVID. You need, others are suffering. There are problems out there. The world is in shambles. This is the time that you have to show to the world, to the needy. Yeah. This is where they need you. This is the time they need you more. You know, so we're doing tennis, we're doing juvenile boxing. We are the first to take boxing to the north. It's unfortunate that the one who is coaching the kids died. Yeah. May his soul rest in peace. Yes, okay. But we're doing football, we're doing tennis, we're doing playing cards, we're doing just think of anything that brings a community together. And if you look at where we play in sports, you realize that it's all in the communities. And sports bring the youth together, divisive of wherever you're coming from. It brings them together, it engages them, Sports is a discipline, and I believe that every child is supposed to have some kind of discipline. And we chose sports to give back to the society through sports.
You're doing really well. Did you do any sports when you were younger?
Yes, I ran.
Okay, athletics?
Athletics, yeah.
Oh, that was good. What, secondary school, university? How good were you?
I mean, I was good. I was a long distance.
Oh, wow.
1,500.
1,500 meters.
Yeah, so I did quite a few. Yeah, I started playing tennis when I was old, when I built my first tennis court. I never held a racket, but I felt good the first day I stepped on the tennis court.
Okay, well that's interesting, because when I asked you about the sport, I was checking the stature and everything, see what you're going to come up with. Okay, yeah, but athletics is not bad. 1,500. So, did you break any records, or?
You know, in our days, what is record? One was, you have to work.
Go ahead.
So we didn't see sports as something very either entertaining or profitable.
Yeah, just go in and do it.
You just go and do it because people are doing it.
You like,
yeah, so it was all fun.
Right. So we'll go on to what you do in the community and touch a bit more on your sponsorship and everything. But I like to stay on this area because I want to know. So at this point, when you want to relax and watch some sports, is it athletics or?
No, I watch football. Okay. I watch tennis with my kids.
Yes.
Yeah, we all sort of have.
Do you have a favorite in tennis? Who's your favorite? Is it Roger Federer? Is it Rafa Nadal?
No, Djokovic.
Oh, Djokovic is the guy.
Yeah, I support Djokovic. My kids support Nadal. My wife support Federer.
Oh, yes.
So we have serious rivalry.
This is going to be very difficult at home.
But I hope,
because you have the triumvirate, the golden triumvirate, and we're wondering now, Nadal is on 20, Federer is on 20.
Yeah.
But your guy looks like he's got more legs to run through this.
Yeah, he can go.
And eventually take over everybody.
Yes, yes. He will definitely.
Well, that's good. That's good. And you watch some football? You like football?
Yeah, I like football. Myself and all my kids, we watch Saturdays, Sundays, whenever I'm home. We tune into Italian. My kids, the younger ones, support Juventus.
Juventus, okay.
Yes, and my senior son is a Manchester fan. I'm a Nottingham Forest fan.
So Chelsea. Actually, Nottingham Forest is. Tell me the story. When did you start supporting Nottingham Forest? Because I know that they've won Champions League, I think 3 times or so.
Yeah. Right now we are in the championship.
It used to be a strong team.
Yeah, one day when I become rich, I'll buy that team.
Well, that's good. And I'm sure you've been checking out the news feed as well. Players like Thomas Partey making to Arsenal, Jordan Ayew, and all of that.
It's a good thing.
It's a good thing, yes. Yeah. You love it. That's good stuff. Yes. Okay, it's good to get into your sporting life a bit. I'm sure we'll get some time and get on the court and see whether you still got the skills.
Yes, I play quite well.
I'm not recommending.
It's only you've not seen me in Wimbledon or any international.
But you're a wild guy.
I'm a wild guy. I'm a tough guy.
Tough. All right, so let's talk about the sponsoring of these competitions. What gives you the most joy? I was totally struck when I went to the Accra Sports Stadium to see the Under-12s do their thing. And I told the report, make sure we hear their voices tomorrow on the show, because we need to hear their voices. So much joy to be given an opportunity. What makes you so excited when you go out to watch your tournaments?
Just as you said, you go to the stadium, you can see these kids playing tennis with joy. They don't have life. These are kids from the street. These are kids from Ashama, Osu, Choco, and the rest. The first day I walked into the stadium, what touched my heart was I saw the kids playing tennis with wooden rackets. Yeah. And it was a sad scene. I didn't know much about tennis anyway. I said, no, let me support these kids. You know, you were there.
Yeah.
Just tell me what you saw and the impact that it creates, or it's creating in society. imagine your kids is into any type of sports. Yeah.
So the impact is great.
Yeah,
the young ones are taking their mind off just
exactly, and
any other thing and focusing.
Whenever you train your kids in any sports, they themselves, it's good for them.
Yeah.
They become conscious of their own life. They have rules in the sport. In every sport, there are rules. You saw, I mean, these are kids. Yeah. I can tell you, I took some few Ashaman boys. They went to Africa, beat the whole of West Africa and Central Africa, and they got gold. Yeah. These are the future Nadal and the Djokovic. Passionately playing tennis. It takes them out of the street, out of a lot of vices. Even parents, some parents follow their kids to the stadium to watch them play. And at one point you can have over 100, 200 people from a community coming together to enjoy sports. It's amazing for me.
I mean, you are doing great, but how disappointed do you get when you think about the fact that the rest have the opportunity to do that? I mean, it is probably something that government should be taking charge of, and we have a more concerted effort straight to this, and not one Mcdan doing everything.
You've asked a very important question. I ask myself the same thing, but if you try to do charity and you don't do it from within, you can't do it. If it is not part of you, you cannot do it. Yeah, I'm not doing it for show. I'm doing it I want to see the impact. Anything that impacts people's life. I want to lie low to push people. At times, if you get to some of my programs, you will not see me, because I said the greatest leader is a leader who works through people. So I want to see that generation. I want to empower people to achieve the results. At the end of the day, what matters is the results.
That's just the point. I'm sure anyone watching is just thinking, we need more of such human beings handling the most important tool of development that the world has shown these days, that it's going to be this. I don't know if you're offered the Minister of Sports, you're going to take it, or if you're going to take any position that gives you the opportunity to do even more by directing policy. Because aside everything, I realized again that the policy is lost, first point. And then what you just said, there is no will. Would you like to get in a position like that, where you can stay affairs, or you want to just stay in your little corner and push?
I'm not staying in my little corner. I'm creating the impact.
You're doing a lot, yes.
I'm doing a lot, and I'm not interested. I'm not a position guy. I'm not a guy who wants to be seen everywhere. I'm not a kind of guy who criticizes people. I mean, I do what I can do. That's right. I mean, we belong to a society where people talk, but my nature is I walk the talk. Yeah. I want to see more of action. No need to talk. I mean, I can create more impact when I'm behind, supporting and helping, than being in front.
I like the fact that you do some football. The football is directed towards the community, things that are going to, instantly impact, and you're on the tennis bit as well, and making sure that things are, going in there. Let's talk about the communities, because I've got a lot of testimony from communities where you have really put an impact in. For instance, if we take La, you've given them fantastic AstroTurf that is being used for all kinds of competition. I'm not even sure when you were putting the turf, you knew it was going to be used. It's become multi-purpose now, with Premier League clubs training. Some of you want to play their football games there. The Women's League as well is taking, charge of that. Tell me about how you feel about the exploits, for instance, or what you have done in La.
Well, I grew up in La, so anytime I walk into that complex, it humbles me, because I remember we play on hard soil there. I remember I sold kerosene around that vicinity.
Wow.
And I remember those days a lot. So I said, look, let me give this back to that society. It's been very humbling.
Yes.
Yes. Because this is just the beginning. What you've seen in life is just the beginning.
Wow. I'm
doing a bigger one in Teshie.
Good.
Teshie, we are building, the foundation is building 7 aside, 11 aside full FIFA standard football pitch. What you see in actually is the biggest in the country.
Yes.
It's the biggest AstroTurf ever built by an individual in the whole country. We're building a bigger one in Teshie.
Bigger than what's lab?
There we're building 2. Okay. We're building 4 tennis courts. We are building a hostel. We're building a multi-purpose pitch there. We are building a gym. We are building a boxing arena in Teshie. We're doing the same in the Bawleshie here. We'll be doing the same in Adan. We're building an AstroTurf in Adan, 2 AstroTurf in Adan. We're building 1 in Yendi in the north. So for now, this is what is on the drawing board for the foundation in terms of building the facilities. And it's the facilities that will draw the youth together. You get to Labade now, they play into midnight. Yeah. You know, and it's joy sitting down in Africa, Ghana, Labadi or La, watching soccer till 1 a.m. It's amazing. I mean, it's an experience. And you see, putting those parks there is not just the sports. It had grown the whole environment, the economic activities around the environment, and ice water sellers, kebab sellers, commercial activity has already grown in the area, and Uber drivers, taxi drivers, truck drivers. So you can just imagine putting one facility in a place. I was one day driving and I saw one guy running behind me, and my driver told me somebody was running behind my car, and he stopped. I said, "Oh, Mr. Mcdan, thank you, God bless you. I am the coconut seller across the street." Wow. He said, "Before I was selling 13 coconuts a day. Now I can sell 300 coconuts."
Wow.
And these are the stories I want to hear. Say, "Look, may God bless you. Thank you, thank you, thank you." And I asked him, "What were you doing before?" He said, "Look, from coconut, it's been in the beach smoking." We joke with it, smoking weed and all that. Yes. If a park, a facility are built, I'd been able to create such an impact. These are the stories I want to hear.
That's fantastic work done. To know that you've not only done it in lab, but there's a Teshie plan, there's a Bawleshie plan, there's a Yendi plan, and that's really cool. This is an election year, and because you are very concerned about the youth and how they go about their lives, and knowing that more often than not, the youth are used by political parties to create all the chaos, because no MP goes down there to fight or does anything. It's the youth that they're using. Are there any special plans you have, to engage the youth? Because I know in years past, you had competitions that you have put just around the time so that they can focus on the competitions other than this.
Yes. If you go to Jamestown, we've organized one of the biggest card club in the country. Okay. I was there last 2 weeks to inaugurate the playing cards. Yep. It's amazing. And they can converge at that place and play cards till midnight. Wow. Election time, you see NPP, NDC, CPP, the youth of the community, the same guys who will create the problem, will converge there and play cards. Yeah. They are brothers in the same community. Yeah. I like community engagement, and community engagement excites me because I grew up in a typical Ghanaian community. Yeah. And In one moment you hear Sayo, Ano. The next moment, you understand? So it's like, and then I can just say, well, you understand? This is what we met. And we are brothers. We fight, but we don't fight to kill. You know? So it's getting to election. So some of these things, we've organized this Gamashi football. I've been doing it for the past 8 years.
Wow.
Right. And that was one of the things that pushed me to build the La Park.
Okay.
We played on Sakura Park. Played on Sakura Park in La Asylum Park. And if you see the passion, all the guys, like Kingston, Stephen Appiah, Augustine Ainfu, they all convert the Bay and all that. They come to play on the Sakura Park. And that is a park that have produced champions. You know, so whenever they are invited to come and play, the youth follow and we play. Election time, and you come and see these youth getting together, playing soccer the whole month. So now we have extended it beyond this trip. Dodua is coming, Ayawaso, Modododio, Dadekotopon, Lekma, all the coastal youth are converging on my park to play soccer for a whole month before election. It's also to bring them off the street. It's to bring them off the politics at the beach to a place to give them some purpose, to know that, hey, look, here we are. This is our own. Politics come and go, but we are here forever.
Right, right. So it's a competition that we like to follow. It's a competition that we will be following.
Yeah.
To find out what really comes out, knowing that you're putting them together. But you have a peace message. You know, what will be your peace message to the youth that you're so much concerned about?
Yeah. I want to urge the youth to know that they are the future leaders of this country. They have to put right attitude, and they shouldn't be fooled by politicians and those who call themselves opinion leaders and who push them to do the wrong thing. They should stay focused and be peaceful and condemn violence. So this is my peace message to them, to stay focused. They are the future leaders of this country.
Right, just before we end, just checking out. You like music?
Oh yes, I love music. I love music. I love country music.
Oh, country music is the best.
Yeah, I love country music. Yeah. I'm a countryman.
Oh, okay. So country music. so any particular artist, the musician you?
Oh yeah, Don Williams, Kenny Rogers.
Okay, Kenny Rogers. Okay. Right.
Yeah. I love Alan Cash.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So just that's your favorite. But when it comes to Ghanaian music, do you enjoy any?
Ghanaian music.
Because if you like country, then Ghanaian music.
I love Shatta Wale.
Oh, Shatta. Okay.
I love Shatta. Stone Boy, some few lyrics he had released. Last week I was listening to one music from Kwame Eugene, right?
Kwame Eugene, yes.
Kwame Eugene, yeah.
I like Kwame Eugene too.
I like the latest, the one you go forward and come back.
Which one is the Kontomre? Is it Kontomre?
Yeah, Kontomre, yeah, that one.
No, but I have a difficult job for you. I have a difficult job for you. If you have to choose one,
yes,
who are you going to choose?
That would be a difficult one.
Difficult one, eh?
Yeah, yeah.
But at least for now, Kontomre,
Kontomre and Willie Sebe. I don't know, because maybe he has a gun, feelings in it.
Yeah. That's good. Well, how about the local scene, the local clubs? Do you support any local club, or once you're born and bred in La, you cannot support any other part of
La? No, I support Oli, Hearts, their man.
You have to choose one, because Oli and Hearts there.
That would be a difficult one. Let me keep that.
You keep that one. Okay,
yeah, they all did this.
But there are days when Hearts will play Olio, and you cannot Premier League.
No, I'm playing I'm supporting. I'm organizing the old.
Yes,
Yeah, the old players.
Oh, good.
Yeah, they play peace match
Yeah.
at the stadium,
Wow.
and I'm the one sponsoring both of them. So I have to be careful.
I know. we need a lot of Dr. Daniel McKorley in Ghana, certainly, especially for the sport.
Yeah.
And Joy Sports, Joy FM has been doing this for 25 years, and to have someone like Dr. McKorley doing all of this, you are such a precious asset to the country. We need to hold you that countless tennis stars that have come through playing in Mcdan tournaments and have moved out of the country and are doing their best in the US and in the UK and stuff. They've got very, very good testimonies to come and tell you about. Yeah. So it's good to know that you're also in boxing as well.
Yeah.
And you're doing football and you're doing tennis. Are you going to expand and do some more sports?
Oh, for me, for now.
And concentrate on this.
Concentrate on this. Anything that can create impact.
Impact, okay.
As I said from the beginning, it's not about me.
Yeah.
It's about what can change lives. It's not how much money I made, but how many lives
you touched.
I touched.
This is more than evangelism. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. This is more than evangelism. This is what it is. You're touching the lives of people, which is what it is. And you're an ardent listener of Joy FM and someone who watches Joy News, you know, all the time. So we're celebrating 25 years. It's not like I was there when they started there. I just joined not long ago, but this is our year of giving thanks. And just wanted to find out, what are your memories, great memories? What is it about Joy FM that you like? Because you're always glued to
Joy. I listen to Joy a lot, and Joy is my station. And I have patronized your station for a very long time. I mean, I remember those days, the morning show. My jingle is always on Joy FM. You've got one of the great morning show hosts, and throughout history. And Joy had been fantastic. I mean, Joy had been fantastic. And keep it up. Keep it up.
You a good dancer?
Oh yeah, I dance a lot. I'm a champion dancer. You can
never dancing.
I grew up in Labadi, you know.
So is it the Palogo one or the dancing, the shaku, everything I give you?
Any rhythm.
Hey.
Any rhythm.
You will flow.
I tell you.
You getting some lessons from your kids? Are they teaching you?
I'm teaching my kids.
Rather.
And I'm teaching my wife.
Dr. Daniel McKorley, thank you so much for your time. It's been such a pleasure. And we wish that God continues to bless you, because we want to see you around and doing what you're doing so much, and continue to touch all the lives that you can. And it's just the one message. I hope that wherever you are, your life will just revolve around or evolve around the main thing, which is impacting lives. That's about what we've learned today from Dr. Daniel McKorley. Thank you very much once again for your time.
Thank you, George.
It's always a pleasure. He's the Chief Executive Officer and founder of the Mcdan Group of companies. Definitely more to come. Thank you so much for your time.